Hi, and welcome to You're Not Allowed to Say the S Word, a Heartstopper Cross Young Royals podcast. Forgot the word.
Are you sure?
Yes. I'm the host, Luke. I'm joined by the Yellow and Blue crew. We've got Indigo Jackson. We are back to the traditional non-Zoom, do it on the mic as it is recording because Ellie couldn't be bothered to show up this week. And she can't defend herself, so that's what we're going to say. So it's just the two of us. I feel like I've sung that so many times over the past 3 years, but there we are. What's good in your life then, huh?
I'm dealing with working full time, doing 2 shows, the usual. Just feel like I don't stop. Although I did sleep for 3 hours today.
Sounds like you're non-stop.
To be fair, this is my one day off, so I ended up falling asleep.
Okay.
Not bad. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Nothing exciting, really.
Okay, fair enough. We had Eastbourne Pride last weekend.
Yes.
I saw Tyler's there, very briefly.
Oh yes. I wasn't there.
No, you weren't. He looked like he was having a lovely time though, so that was good.
Oh, good.
It felt small. Well, I don't know, it's been getting smaller every year, hasn't it? And it felt quite small this year, but it's moved. It's in a different place. It's more like a street party rather than a park party, which had its strengths, had its weaknesses. So I've received some quite significant personal, backlash and attacks regarding Pride this year, which got me to a point of actually almost feeling a bit triggered by the concept of Pride. So I found it quite difficult to go, but then at the same time, when I got there, I was like, but this is exactly why we need it.
Yes.
Yes. So it's been quite a challenging Pride season for me so far this year, which is a shame. But there we are. I've also been listening a lot to a song by Heartstopper fave Holly Humberstone this week, Beauty Pageant. Do you know it?
I do not.
Oh, it's just beautiful. Just listen to it. It's beautiful.
Maybe I will, maybe I won't. You don't control me.
No, I don't, but I'd recommend it. I would really recommend it. So, yeah, I think you should. I've had some horrible realisations this week as well. It's been brought to my attention that it's been 21 years since the words "Jackie" were uttered.
Yeah, Jackie.
in the Celebrity Big Brother house, and that has shaken me to my core. 21 years.
That's a long time. I remember that too.
That piece of history can drink in the United States. It's that old. That's really depressing. For 21 years, every time someone's told me their name is Jackie, I've just said to myself, yeah, Jackie.
Doesn't she sound like Bracky?
Yeah, Bracky.
Bracky.
Yeah. So that shocked me. And then also, I was listening to... I was going to say this really ages me, but I've been listening to it for decades, so no. I was listening to Elaine Page on Sunday, BBC Radio 2. I was listening to Elaine Page on Sunday, and she was doing a musical films episode, and it made me realise that what was Swiss Family Robinson, Mary Poppins, Bedknobs and Broomsticks to me is Aladdin, The Little Mermaid, Lion King to the youth of today.
What, you mean the live action versions?
No. I mean the original versions, like their distance from when they were made.
Okay.
I think about how old Bedknobs and Broomsticks and Mary Poppins and Swiss Family Robinson felt to me when I was growing up, and that's how old Mulan is to these kids. Do you know what I mean?
That's wild, yeah.
That's horrific. So I've had those realisations this week and I've not liked it. And then also I was talking to someone about safe spaces, and I had the realisation that none of my safe spaces are real places. And that's probably quite worrisome, because my safe spaces are... And here's a little quiz for you. Let's see if you can figure out where they all are from. My safe spaces are Stars Hollow, Connecticut.
I'm assuming that's maybe Gilmore Girls or something.
Yeah, Gilmore Girls, yeah. Sunnydale, California.
90210.
Shut up. That's obviously Beverly Hills.
Oh.
No, Buffy.
Okay, yeah.
Pawnee, Indiana.
Don't know, some 18 plus movie?
Parks and Rec.
Oh, it's called Pawnee. I never thought it was
Parks and Rec.
Okay.
Point Place, Wisconsin.
No idea.
That 70s show.
Never seen it.
Cape Side, Massachusetts.
Nope. No idea.
Dawson's Creek.
These are all before my time, these shows, just so you're aware.
No, not all of them.
These are all so far.
Nice.
I've not seen a single one.
That doesn't mean they're before your time.
Because I was too young for them.
No.
I was.
Wrong.
I really was too young for them when they came out.
The Sacred Heart Hospital.
No idea.
Scrubs.
I was too young.
There's a new season out.
Yeah, I've not watched it yet.
Greendale Community College.
Nope.
That's Community.
Never seen it.
Schitt's Creek.
I know of it.
Oh my god. I don't know why I'm even here. Anyway, they're all my safe places. None of them are real. That's it.
Aw.
That's what I've got. Okay, fine. Well,
Is this not your safe space too?
not anymore.
Fair, valid.
Not after that.
You should never feel safe around me. Just start wailing on you.
Right, well, I give up. I give up.
Okay, see ya.
Let's get down. Let's get down to business to defeat the
August.
Huns. Are you a Hun? I'm a Hun.
I'm always a Hun.
We're all Huns here.
Exactly.
Let's get down to business. Let's get into talking about young royals. Let's get back to our safe space, Hillesga. I don't know that it is a safe space really at this point. But let's go back to Hillesga. We are halfway through season 3, episode 4 of Young Royals. What's happened so far? Oh my goodness, actually quite a lot has happened so far. So Simmer is dealing with the aftermath of the attack on his home, which has led him to having meetings with Jan Olof and Farima, and finally it seems the penny dropping that he needs to actually sort of rein himself in a bit, especially with regards to social media and stuff like that. Sarah is making the first steps back at Hillesga, but is finding it quite tricky and challenging and maybe a little unwelcoming, except for August, who is a little too welcoming, and she doesn't really love that. The elite have gone all socialist and have decided that they need to fight back against the man, even though they are the man. Now they're fighting back against the man so that they can get all of the important things back in their lives, like the opportunity to have a little party to celebrate their graduation. And yeah, I think that's pretty much about it. I mean, there is more behind it, but that's like the long and the short of it. So I think we just need to get back into it. We're halfway through. They've just started a sit-down protest. There's where we are. Boom. We're with Simmer. He's going to class, but he finds that actually it's just him, because in a paradoxical twist, the socialist is the one person who hasn't engaged with the protest. So he's gone to class, finds it's just him, and Sarah is there as well, and that's quite awkward because they still haven't talked. They certainly haven't reconciled. She tries to talk to him. She asks where everyone is, and he's like, I'm not even going to make eye contact with you. He tells her that they're striking, doesn't say anything else. And then she asks if something else happened, and he talks about the rock being thrown through the window, still refusing to even look at her. And then he tells her that he's not allowed to exist on the internet and that Mum wants them to move, and he just seasons it on the end with, I hope you're having a great time at Dad's, who, by the way, I haven't had contact with for years, even though I wanted to for your sake. Do you think he's being fair in his treatment of Sarah right now?
I think he was wrong. He almost made it sound like everything that had just happened to them in regards to the rock being thrown. He almost made it sound like it was her fault. Well, since you've gone, all of this has happened, so I hope you're happy. Do you know what I mean? I felt like he was trying to make her feel very bad about things that were literally out of her control. Am I alone on that one?
I'm just trying to think through. I didn't necessarily see it as him blaming her. I saw it more as him like, all of this awful stuff has happened and you've not even been around for it because you've just decided to run away to our dad's, despite the fact that we all cut him off for you. I feel like that's where the blame for him is, that like he's not had a relationship with his dad on her behalf. And yet that's who she's just left her family to go to.
They did also push her to leave. Do you know what I mean? They didn't want her there.
Yeah, I'm not saying...
They made her feel unwelcome, so she got out of there.
I'm not saying I'm on anyone's side.
It's difficult. I understand why he's so upset, but it's bordering on you're being unreasonable now.
He's acting very much like a teenager.
Yeah.
And he is a teenager. And I have to keep reminding myself of that.
Yeah, she can't do right for doing wrong, it seems. And she's not...
But she do have done some wrong.
She's not seeking forgiveness, but like, what is she supposed to do now? You know? What can she do?
Ride the horse off into the sunset.
Like, she can't. It got sold.
No, August bought it for her. That's a point.
Where is it?
What's happened to Rousseau?
No idea. Never to be mentioned again.
He's dog food.
Oh! Check your Tesco burgers.
Oh, it was lasagna, actually.
No, the word lasagna always reminds me of that one Drag Race clip. It's like asking the season 14 queens, what's your favourite colour? And they go like, green, yellow, purple, lasagna. What And the Queen answers lasagna and it kills me. Lasagna.
I don't know that.
Have you not seen it?
No.
I'll have to find it for you
Who
later.
is it that answers lasagna?
Alyssa Hunter.
Oh, I love her.
Lasagna.
Did she know what she was doing?
I think she misunderstood the question.
Oh.
I think she had favourite food.
Yeah.
Lasagna.
Lasagna is good. Anyway, the teachers come in and they're like, there's no one here. And then they get told that all the kids are striking. They're like, double gasp. Then some music plays. Sho Nuff by Julisa. Now, this was another song from this episode that I couldn't find on Amazon Music. So that's annoying. There's a montage of the kids all settling into the sit-in until Vanessa struts in like it's the end of a runway challenge on America's Next Top Model.
She is very puss.
I like her.
Yeah.
I like her. She's a bit of me. She struts in with the housemasters and she calls the whole situation unacceptable, demanding they all...
Unacceptable, not unacceptable.
What?
Super Nanny.
Oh, I don't know it.
Megan, this behaviour is unacceptable. Unacceptable, not unacceptable. It's the same guy who did the I didn't push her, I hit her. Okay, you need to be educated.
Okay.
These are from your era, you should know.
Okay, but not knowing a single one of the references I made at the start of the episode and now reading me because I don't know some of your really niche
It's not niche.
meme stuff.
Super Nanny's not niche.
It is where I come from, which is the 80s. She's like, I want to see you in my office, to Vincent. But he and August are standing their ground. Or sitting their ground, I'm not sure. I think they were standing up. I think he was standing up at this point. Until school management hear their points. So she threatens them all with an official warning.
Dum dum dum!
And then she'll contact parents unless they back down.
Which did cause a couple of them to go, oh.
That barely works on primary school children these days.
Yeah.
Frederica looks worried. She's one of the ones that looked worried. Felice is a little harder to read in this situation. I wanted to know what's going on in her brain.
She's just there for the vibe, isn't she?
I don't think she is.
I don't think she
I
cares.
don't know. And there are lots of whispers. And Neil says that they're open to negotiations. And Vanessa's like, we've got former students who've given up their time to be here. I was like, of all the exposition in this show, this is the one thing you haven't explained to us. Why? I'm assuming it's because it's a careers thing, but
Probably.
you can't just drop that in there. That must have been the old guys that came in with the teacher earlier. I don't know. Either way, they're embarrassing the school and they're embarrassing themselves. And Vincent points out, well, if they're former students, then they know what it's like here. And so they're probably going to be quite understanding of our plight and us sticking up for what we want. And they may not actually be on your side, Vanessa. And also, our parents might also not be on your side because they might have also gone here.
He kind of ate with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But also really frustrating because, again, it's a narrative I'm quite familiar with from kids and parents. And it's like, I would like the parents to be on the side of the school. Especially when actually the school is doing nothing wrong. They're doing the right things considering the quite serious allegations that they're having to deal with.
Oh yeah, they're absolutely not wrong. But kids don't care about that sort of thing.
No. She doesn't have much of a response at this point, so she turns away and there's a little wry smile on Vincent's face like, yeah, got you. And then just when we thought she didn't have anything, she essentially puts them into an ancient siege situation where she's like, we're going to cancel dinner, we're going to close the kitchens, we're going to lock up the dorms, they're going to sit in here and starve. Then no one's allowed in or out, no food, we're going to starve them out. Which...
Like, so it's a lock-in.
No, it's a siege. Which feels quite unethical.
Just a little bit.
I don't think a school would be allowed to do that. And I think Vanessa is really playing with fire because if that came out on top of all of the other allegations, Hiliska already in trouble for all of these things, and then
They starved their
they
students.
starved the children and locked them out of their own bedrooms. Ain't going to go down well.
No.
Frederica continues to look quite concerned, and it's clear that a few of them are feeling a little uncertain. The song Whatcha Gonna Do by Zach Porter, Glen, how are we saying this? Herweijer and Ben Sumner plays, and there's lots of talk, there's lots of concern. We go back to Simma. He's alone in the music room working on his song at the piano and just generally being a sad boy. Oh, woe is me. Woe is me.
Oh, gosh, gosh, what was me?
And then from there, it's suddenly evening, and Simmer is now going to join the sit-in. If you can't beat them, join them. If you're on your own, go and join in. So he goes and sits down with a lollipop in his mouth. Where did he get this lollipop from? He's never had a lollipop before. He doesn't come across as a lollipop kind of guy, but now he's got a lollipop. What's this about? Do you know what I mean? Lollipops, especially at that age, I feel like lollipops are like a thing. Do you know what I mean? You're a lollipop person or you're not. Like, you're a gum person or you're not at that age.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
It is the same energy.
The others start offering him money for the lollipop before the conversation turns to the fact that, oh, no one brought any food to this sit-in protest. Never go anywhere without supplies.
I know. Is this your first lock-in?
Mm-hmm. Some of the first years are starting to regret their decision to get involved.
They didn't really get a choice, did they?
You always have a choice. You always.
But they didn't know what they were signing up for.
But they could have just left at any point.
That's very true.
Vincent's like, this is their tactic, to break us. I mean, I know I've said it's a siege, but this is hardly the siege of Troy. Like, you're sitting in a quite luxurious, opulent common room.
Uplift.
Or hall in a really prestigious school in like a mansion, palace type setting. Come on, guys. Vincent had expected to get exactly what he wanted straight away and is surprised that they're not just rolling over and giving in.
It's because he's not used to not getting his own way.
I know. And this makes me on the side of the school even more. August tells them that they just complain all the times and that sometimes it's actually quite nice to be a bit hungry. He talks about it being motivating, that once the dizziness and nausea pass, it goes quiet in your head. What are your thoughts on all of this?
My thoughts were exactly what Simon said.
Sounds like an eating disorder.
I literally went, sounds like what I was doing when I was 18.
Interesting.
Yeah.
It does, which, now, I've got a bit of a problem with this from a storyline point of view.
Why is that?
Because we are at episode 4 of 6 of the final season of Young Royals. This doesn't seem like the time to be starting to explore these issues.
I would disagree only because they've alluded to it the entire series. It's something it has been hinted at.
They've alluded to it twice, but now we are 2 episodes from the end.
Yeah.
Like, if we compare it to Heartstopper, that was a 3-season journey.
Yeah.
You can't do it in 3 episodes and deliver it in a responsible way, I think, as well. Because again, if we go back to Heartstopper, it's all dealt with very responsibly to learn and highlight and support, and you can't, it just feels like they're throwing it in at the last minute, and I'm like, why? What are they hoping to get? Like, what do they feel this brings to the show?
Mm.
Are they just trying to cash in on a bit of the Heartstopper crossover? Yeah, I've got a bit of an issue with it. And even the way this is done, like, yes, it's been alluded to, but really, how strongly has it been alluded to? We've had one scene of him, like, tugging at his belly skin.
I feel like every time he's intensely working out, it's a hint. Like, it always felt, to me, anyway, it always felt like there was more to it than that. I was like, why are there so many instances of us just watching him work out so intensely that he looks like he's going to throw up, you know? There was a lot, especially in the beginning of the show, there was just a lot of clips of him just working out.
Knowing lots of fitness type people, that is just, and I'm not saying that they don't have their own disorders, but that is just standard fitness bro behaviour.
Yeah,
so
he was using it as emotional regulation.
But that, I don't feel that was really shown to us until this season, when he was having his panic but couldn't go out.
It's always been in the back of my head, for me anyway. I mean, maybe I was just looking at it in a certain light, but I think for me it was always something that I was aware of.
I don't think it was overtly implied. Like, I feel that it's only been overtly implied on 2 occasions. One, when he couldn't go out to run to clear his head, and one when he's pulling at his belly skin. If there were traces of it previously for you to pick up, I feel that was very deeply... I don't know, I feel like that was just... I don't know. It didn't feel like it was ever intended to be part of the story until this season. And even then, that was like, as I say, like 2 little scenes, and now this. And it just feels a little bit shoehorned in. It doesn't feel like we've been on a full journey. And it doesn't feel like we're going to have time to go on a full journey either. And I just worry that it's being brought up a bit irresponsibly.
I agree that now it's too late to really get into it.
But yeah, Simmer says it sounds like an eating disorder. The third years laugh it off But Vilmon, to their credit, both look a bit concerned. And then August is laughing along, but then we also see like the reality and his realisation behind it. We jump forward a bit to some more complaints from the sit-in gang, this time about them being bored. So the third years decide they're going to entertain themselves by reading each other's future letters. Nils has written something a bit meaningless, no surprise. While Vincent is all about his ADHD diagnosis and medication, August is pressured to share his, but he's reluctant. He's like, oh, well, I don't have it on me. The others keep pushing him, and then he snaps and he pushes Nils away. And they're like, don't be so serious. And they just want to know what's in it. They're like, wanting to be a prefect isn't that big a thing. And he's like, well, if that's the case, why did you backstab me and take it away from me? And Vincent gets really catty, like suggesting that August is blaming all of his failures on Vincent. And tells them that everyone thinks he's way too uptight. And then August is just left all mopey and reflective. What do you think? Do we have sympathy for August? I know you're obsessed with him.
I'm not obsessed with him.
You're obsessed.
Yes and no. I think whatever's going on with him is so deep, and I wish, and you're like you said, I wish they would have delved into his psyche more so we can understand. Yeah, so I want to, because I feel like there's something more there. I want to feel bad.
Vilmon now steal a moment together, like outside of the room but still in the building. I'm like, does that still count as the protest? Not sure. Villa thanks Simma for coming back. And Simma's like, I don't want to keep getting into fights. So I was like, well, maybe listen to each other and work a bit more cohesively then, Simma. Huh? They decide it's all because they're just different and they think differently. Villa's like, well, that should be a good thing, that they should compliment and learn from each other. And I'm like, I feel there is a bit of learning from each other on one side, but not on the other. I feel that Villa's done a lot of growth, done a lot of learning from the situation. I feel Simma less so.
Yeah, I would agree.
And again, I like Simma. I named my car after him, but we've got to be able to call people out when they're not behaving their best. Simma asks if Villa learns things from being with him. And of course the answer's yes. I agree with that.
Yeah.
Villa's learned a lot. But I noticed that it's not shown the other way. And that's why there's not a successful relationship currently, Simma. Because you are not. You're taking, I think.
Yeah.
Villa admits to being a little bit clumsy and never wanting to hurt Simma, and that was quite beautiful. And then he just wants some food, and Simma teases him with some crisps and flirty, banter, flanter. We go back to the sit-in. Frederica and Stella are holding a food auction. The song Barefoot by Absent Chronicles is playing. There's a bag of crisps being auctioned. It eventually goes to Henry for 2,400 kroner, which is, I guess, not as much as it sounds, but it's still a couple of £100. These rich kids, man.
Honestly.
They're crazy.
Chill down.
And then they all start going really well. Like, I mean, this is what teenagers are like, but like, guys, you've been sitting down for 4 hours and you've now gone mad. Absolutely mad. They're starting to strip. They're playing all these ridiculous games. They're chanting obscene things at each other. It's ludicrous. And some of them get up and leave, but I'm like, where are they going? Because didn't they lock the dorms?
Yes, they did.
So where are they going?
To the shops.
They can't leave school, there's a curfew. Oh, that was very rhythmic. They can't leave school, there's a curfew. They can't leave school, there's a curfew. They can't leave school, there's a curfew. So get your ass in school. Woo! Yeah. The girls are talking about how it's all gotten quite out of hand and what it would have been like if the inspectors had seen all of this. And Felicia's like, well, at least they'd have got it. And now we might be starting to get to the bottom of what she talked about in her interview. I am intrigued. I want to learn more. Sounds like maybe she wasn't all on the school side. The girls, especially Stella, are shocked that she would have been brutally honest. And Frederica was I thought this was a bit much of her suggesting that maybe Felice's actions were her taking her depression out on everybody else. Maddie's a little bit more on her side. Because she really is a good friend to Felice, I think. And Felice needs to see that Maddie's a good friend to her a bit more. I feel bad for Maddie. I feel like her friendship's been abused a little bit by Felice, actually.
Do you?
Yeah, because of all this stuff with, like, Sarah coming in and then, like, being the best friend, and Maddie's just moved out to give her a bed, and then had to put up with Felice, like, being best friends with Sarah, then had to put up with Felice getting all upset because now she's not best friends with Sarah anymore. And Maddie's just taking it all and still on her side. Maybe Maddie's the real hero of this show.
Hashtag Team Maddie.
Hashtag Mads.
Hashtag Mads Love.
It's the next morning. Villa is waking up with Simmer's head on his shoulder. They do some very cute good mornings, and he looks really happy. And they didn't sleep well, but it's just super adorable. When these guys wake up together, it's just always super adorable. I love them. Vanessa comes bursting into the hall, opens the shutter and the windows, and gives them a really harsh wake up. Good. That's how I like to do it. When I used to do week-long residentials with my kids, I would always, on the last morning, I would always get loads of pots and pans and walk around banging them to wake them up, because it's when they're the most tired.
My stepdad used to wake me up military style.
Shoot you in the foot.
No, he'd swing the door open and shout at the top of his lungs, "Get up on your feet, soldiers!" And used to wake up in a heart attack state every morning.
I would die.
He didn't realise we didn't like it. I brought it up to him recently. I was like, "Do you remember we used to do that?" And he's like, "Yeah, it was good fun." I was like, "Greg used to terrify us." He went, "Oh." I thought it was just good fun banter that we all did.
Trauma first thing in the day every day. Yeah, no, I have to pick my alarm music carefully, because if it's a little bit too abrupt, I feel too shocked when I wake up. I'm delicate.
Mine is Losing Streak from Has Been Hotel, because it starts with a nice piano, so it's more gentle.
Yeah.
And then waking up to Blake Roman singing in my ear is quite lovely.
What have I got currently? Matilda Mann, I think. Can't remember. This morning feels like such a long time ago. I'm so tired. Oh, some kid's got a dick drawn on his face. You know you've had a good night. When? She tells them that breakfast is served for anyone who is, quote, done with this stupid nonsense. See, they can't really starve them out. Vincent tries to threaten Vanessa with the potential backlash from parents if they find out their kids are being denied an education.
She did kind of play into their hands by not letting them eat and stuff. Like, it was a bit of a rookie mistake. Even if you'd done like a food drop-off, like quickly opened the door and chucked in some bao buns or something. I don't know why I said bao buns of all things. Easy to throw, I fear. 3 bao buns. They start tearing each other apart to get some. Yeah, I don't know. There's this bigger conversation about the challenges sometimes in society these days, I think, where people are always quick to blame those that are imposing rules, regulations, discipline, even if it's for the greater good, and supporting those who are breaking the rule. Like, yeah, it's a whole thing. I can't get too much into it because I'll get carried away and it will get too personal. But, yeah, it's a problem. Yeah, it's a problem.
It's a problem, and I'd like the parents to be supporting the school. That's what I'm going to say. And he also mentions the media finding out, now that would be a problem. That would definitely be a problem. Vanessa's like, I'm not going to be blackmailed. Good, you stay strong. Nils is like, well, if you eased up on the restrictions, then nobody would need to know. And I was like, I thought she did ease up on the restrictions last episode. Because last episode, they were like, well, no, you are going to get your capping ceremony or whatever. And
yes, they did say that, you're right. Well, was it to ensure that she wasn't just talking?
Well, it just feels a bit like, they're just being idiots.
Yeah.
They're just being idiots, is what it feels like. She eventually relents and says that they'll get their phones out of school hours, they will get a graduation, but they're not getting anything else, and the, quote, degrading rituals are strictly forbidden. Feels like a fair compromise, I think.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Everyone celebrates. Villa looks chuffed. Felice doesn't look quite so happy still, though. There's more to the story.
There is.
We see Sarah coming into school as life is getting back to normal, and she bumps into Felice. They have quite an awkward moment, and then Felice gestures for them to go off for a private word. I was like, oh, this is going to be juicy. What's going to happen here? She gives Sarah the letter that she'd left behind in the classroom earlier and tells her to read it, and tells her that she read it. She's like, it's sad that all you wrote was that you wish you could feel okay. And that is sad.
That is sad.
I do feel sad for that. No one should feel like that. Sarah says she wants to tell her something, but Felice is like, look, no, I don't want any more excuses. Sarah says that she knows what she did was wrong and that she'll probably never be forgiven, but that she's grateful that Felice was her first real friend. And yeah, I mean, even I'm relenting a little bit. That was quite heartwarming.
It was very lovely.
I think Felice is relenting a little bit too.
Oh, she's been relenting since she saw Sarah come back. She's wanted to talk to her. You can see it.
Yeah. We go to Simmer. He's got a purple hoodie on again. He's talking to Rosh and Iab about the fact that he'll be going to Villa's birthday at the actual palace. That's another one of those moments that reminds you of the reality of Villa's life compared with the rest of us normies. Like, can't imagine that.
God, we're such normies.
We are such normies.
We are such normies.
It's disgusting. Simmer says it's scary. It'll be the first time he's meeting his parents as his boyfriend for real. I'm like, yeah, that is scary. And also it's the Queen and the Duke. But he has met them before, on a couple of occasions. But I get that this is different. But also, I thought the Queen wasn't going to be there. I thought that was the whole thing, that Farima was like, the Queen can't be at your birthday because she's too ill or whatever.
She's not going to be there.
So Simmer won't be meeting them.
No.
So it's all a lie.
Yeah, which I thought was weird. Why is he lying about that?
Maybe he doesn't know that he's not going to meet them. Maybe Villa didn't say that bit.
That would be the moment to say it, yes?
He's talking to Iab and Rosh.
Oh. Because I feel like they have a conversation together where he said the same thing. Am I tripping?
They had a conversation about him going to the party, going to his birthday, but we don't know that Villa told him that his parents aren't going to be there.
Okay, I'm just getting confused then, that's fine.
You are getting very confused.
I am confused.
And Simmer doesn't know what to get him as a birthday present, which is fair.
What do you get the prince who gets whatever he wants? Tasteful nudes.
I think that's what got them into this trouble.
Oh.
Yeah, what would you get the Crown Prince for his birthday? Bag of Tang sticks?
It would have to be something sentimental, wouldn't it? Because he's not going to really appreciate material gifts that much. I'd probably try and make him something.
Yeah, I don't know what I'd go with either. Ross suggests getting him some bath bombs. That feels like a very teenage gift.
Yeah.
Let's go down Lush, get him some bath bombs.
Oh, you wouldn't go to Lush now. You'd go to Primark.
Oh, Lush is too expensive, yeah.
Yeah.
TK Maxx.
Or TK Maxx, yeah.
Mm. Iab suggests something personal, but Simmer kind of bats that away, like, oh, well, I'm going to make him a picture or something, like a little kid. And then they're like, well, maybe a song. Well, we all know how that's gone recently, don't we?
Yeah.
And so does Simmer. And he's like, oh, the royal court would really like that. And Rosh asks, well, since when did you care what they think? And he's like, well, since I realised what it means to be together with one of them. And I'm like, yes, I hope that you actually have realised that at long last. Good. And he says he's going to try and go along with like their rules and their way of doing things. Now, what do you think of Iab saying it hurt when Simmer deleted photos of them?
I was like, it's not about you, babe.
I know. First of all, he didn't. It's not like he went through and was like, I'm going to deliberately delete all the photos of Iab. He deleted his whole account.
Yeah.
He still has the photos. He's not erased you from his life. He's just removed his social media account. It just feels a bit lame. Like,
It was.
Come on, man. You're better than this. Rosh says she doesn't want him to delete himself. And again, I think we need to get a bit of perspective on social media. Deleting a social media account is not deleting yourself. I know they're young people.
To them it's life, isn't it?
I know, but it really isn't. Life is life. We go back to August and Villa. They're waiting for Boris. August assumes Villa doesn't want him at his birthday thing, and he's right. August tried to get out of it because he doesn't want to be there either, but Farima insisted. Villa doesn't believe him, but I actually do on this occasion. But Villa's like, well, based on your history of trying to weasel your way into the royal family. He says that August followed Eric around like a dog, but even he didn't take August seriously, and that is quite triggering for August because he loved Eric. Villa claims that he didn't really know him, that Eric would have hated August if he'd known what he did to Villa. And August is like, yeah, to be fair, he would. But then he's like, do you know what, Villa? You didn't fully know Eric either. And Villa's like, yeah, but we were brothers. And Eric was everything that you aren't and could never be.
He's put him on such a pedestal.
He has a bit. And August sort of stands there and takes it. And then waits until the moment where he can go, just so you know, Eric and his mates were the ones that did the whole porn thing at the initiation. So have that. That's your perfect brother right there. And Villa's like, no, I don't believe it. And then August goes into the detail about how they made them undress. Told them the first one to get an erection gets beaten up and plays them a movie with two guys. Everyone laughed. The fact that they were all panicked about it, including Eric. And Villa's just silent. Doesn't know how to compute all of this. And then Boris pops out. Here you come. August goes in and Villa is just left in shock. Boom. End. What do you think of that as an ending?
I really liked that ending.
Did you?
Yeah, it said it was bombshell. But we all knew something was coming when it came to Eric. And to be fair, it kind of makes sense that that was it. I was expecting it to be Eric was gay, but that didn't happen.
Yeah. Yeah, there's all that people thing instead of like girls.
Yeah.
You never know, maybe. But yeah, there we are. That's it. Episode 4 over. We need to get into some best lines, some moot-mo's, some moments of crowning glory while we compute what we've just witnessed. So let's go with best lines. What's your best line from this episode?
It was Villa. When they're at breakfast having that conversation with Vincent, and he just goes, "You can make jokes if they're funny, Vincent."
Yeah.
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 That makes me laugh.
I like that. You're going to hate me.
Nothing changes then.
You cut me. I'm going to go with a Villa line too. And it's less about the line, it's more about the way that he says it. When he says, "I never want to hurt you, Simon. Oh, it broke my little heart.
It broke my little heart.
It broke my little heart. It did. Oh, it was lovely. It broke my little heart." I just thought it was really sweet. It was a lovely moment. What's your moot moment? Your most out of touch moment?
I've got a few different options for this
Like
one.
a survey.
Help me decide. My first one's August running. The second one is Villa not understanding what Simon is saying about advocating and then doing the sit-in when it comes to his birthday.
I'm going to say that one.
You want me to say that one?
I think that's what I'd go with. The running was just stupid rather than out of touch.
Okay, well, then I'm going with Villa and him not understanding what Simon was trying to say about being an advocate with his platform and then voluntarily doing the sit-in.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Just felt very... What's the word I'm looking for?
Hypocritical.
It was very hypocritical, yes. That's the one I'm looking for.
Yes. I am going to go with Vincent making a whole speech about standing up for their civil liberties whilst
Do you know what, yeah?
also actively fighting against anybody having any civil liberties.
Yeah.
What's your moment of crowning glory from this app?
I'm going to go with Simon being the only person who recognised that August clearly has an eating disorder and was the only one who took it seriously in that moment while everyone else dismissed it, including Villa. They all just chuckled and moved on.
I think Villa looked a little concerned.
I don't think he did.
I think he did.
I think he was concerned at Simon's response more than anything, not necessarily caring about August.
Really? I'm tempted to go with Vilmon waking up together because that is just always so cute. But I'm not. I'm actually going to go with Simma making a whole statement about LGBTQ plus rights to exist when they're talking about the foundation stuff. Even though Villa doesn't actually go for it. I thought Simma standing up and making that statement was good and I liked it. Especially as, at time of recording, it's Pride Month.
Happy Pride Month.
Happy Pride Month, Kate.
Or that, as I like to do, Happy Pride Month! Brittany Broski gave me that.
Okay. And finally, what will be your royal rating out of 10?
7.
Oh.
Just because I really struggled to find best lines, moot-mo's and all that stuff for this episode because it felt like everything just sort of was going. There was nothing really standing out.
No, but they were sitting, that was the point.
And like you said, everything in this episode was a little bit self-serving in terms of like the students were just being idiots and selfish. And I feel like the story didn't really progress at all.
Yeah. Well,
It almost felt like a filler. Nothing had changed by the time the episode ended. They just got their phones back. That was the only thing that changed.
Okay. I gave it an 8.5 out of 10.
Oh, okay.
I felt like there were lots of little bits of building towards the climax that I liked. And I enjoyed seeing some growth from Simma, finally. That was good. So I'm giving it 8.5 out of 10. There. I've said it. I've done it.
It's too bleeding late.
And that concludes our discussions about episode 4 of season 3 of Young Royals, which means we only have 2 episodes left. But you'll also note that we're getting ever so close to the release of Heartstopper Forever.
Yeah, we are.
Oh my god. In fact, if I've done my maths correctly... Record scratch. Freeze frame. It was at this point I knew I'd messed up. I haven't done the maths correctly. Well, to give myself credit, I had done the maths correctly and produced a whole document months ago with the maths correct and then had not really referred back to it. So I've ended up being, and you've probably been saying this for weeks, a week out. It's Heartstopper Forever this week. I have got a Heartstopper Volume 6 on my shelf ready to read, and Heartstopper Forever comes out on Friday, and that is super exciting. What's going to happen is myself and Ellie, not Indigo unfortunately, they have to work, yeah, we've done everything to try and get them out of it, but myself and Ellie are going to sit down on Friday night on release day, and we are going to watch the film together. We're going to put out a very short episode on the night with our immediate thoughts just going into the film, our immediate thoughts just after the film. No massive spoilers or anything like that, because we're going to save all the big talk for the first episode about Heartstopper Forever, but we wanted to put something out on the 17th to mark the occasion. So that will be coming out. It'll be quite late because we won't be watching the film to the evening, so maybe you won't pick it up until the next day. We're going to do that. Then the next main episode will actually be Young Royals Series 3 Episode 5 Part 1. So that gives us plenty of time to actually record the first full episode about Heartstopper Forever. I'm anticipating we're going to be going on for quite a few episodes about Heartstopper Forever. Once we've wrapped up our conversations about Heartstopper Forever, we're going to head back into Young Royals territory, carry that through to the end, and then jump back into Heartstopper Land. It's a whole thing. Just bear with us. You'll understand why. I hope you understand why, and I hope it's all good. Anyway, back to the previously recorded episode. Yeah, you must understand that it's like there's going to be a lot to talk about, and also I'm going to have had a breakdown before we start talking about Heartstopper Forever, so you just need to give us a chance, okay? Just give us a flippin' chance, okay? But we can't wait to talk about it with you. Yeah, anyway, that's all in the future. Right now, we're still in Young Royals Land. We've just finished episode 4. Let us know your thoughts. Come chat to us on our Facebook group, on our Insta, and then we'll get on to episode 5 next week. In the meantime, you take care now, you stay safe, and goodbye.